Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frantic Nerdcast, episode number 87. We are back for another week of random stuff.
We're back and franticer than ever.
That's right.
A bunch of stuff, and yeah, what are we talking about?
I'm just going to get early with something. Please subscribe. We're at the 100 subscriber giveaway. We've got the giveaway in front of us, as you can see. But yeah, subscribe, share it around to everyone, not just for the giveaway, but just to share around this frantic goodness and spread the nerdy joy around to everyone, that your friends, family, your enemies, who doesn't matter, just share it around.
All are invited, all are welcome, and all get on board.
We don't discriminate. Nerdy's for everyone.
So, Zach, how could one enter into this giveaway?
Head to the Frantic Nerdcast Instagram page. All the rules are there, but basically follow along to the boys' Instagram pages, follow along to the Frantic Nerdcast on YouTube, and comment, share, get some bonus entries that way as well. Unlimited entries.
Brock, what's in the giveaway?
Bunch of stuff. So we've got Call to Adventure, the Epic Origins, as the people looking at home.
On the YouTubes.
On the tube of you. There it is. We've got some booster packs. What have we got? We've got
Temporal Forces.
Rushavicor. We've got a few different Pokemon packs through there. But what we've also got over the other side of the table in front of Zach, we've got a couple of the decks for Gundam to get on board.
Sample starter decks.
Sample starter decks. So some awesome ones to have a play with. And Zach, what have you got in front of you? That's a nice little Riftbound card.
I have the Ari. What camera am I pointing at? AJ?
All of them.
All of them?
Now, this, as I understand, is a release one. It's not a release one. What's it say on the front? It's
launch exclusive.
Launch exclusive. So you'll definitely want to be in it to win it.
It is first of all, it's a fantastic card. Ari, she's a great character. It's a beautiful card, but the game is fantastic. So if you are not already hyped for the release, which has been pushed back, we just found out to early November, you need to be. It's a great game. Go check it out. If you can find cards, beg, borrow, steal, look under a rock for them, because it is a fantastic game that you all should be playing.
So, fun fact for those people at home who have entered or kind of on the edge of maybe entering, there is currently
of glory.
Oh, here we go.
There is currently a copy of the Riftbound TCG launch exclusive Ari League of Legends English promo going on eBay for $125 US.
Wow, we might want to take that one out of the giveaway then. And
it's all right. AJ and I got spares. We played at a lot of packs.
Oh God, no, that's awesome.
So
I mean,
you've got like over $200 worth of value here with these.
Easy.
Oh, that's over $200. If that's $125
US, yeah, true.
That's close to 200 itself, let alone that the Twilight Masquerade check lane blister, that's only going up in value since it's the old run with Scarlet and Violet now. So, yes, there is value ever increasing. The longer this giveaway goes on, the more expensive these prizes become.
So enter and subscribe and do all that fun stuff.
Indeed.
All right, on to other stuff. What have you gentlemen been up to this week?
Moving house. that has consumed my life for the last several weeks. But we are now into the new house, which is awesome. I went back to work yesterday, and Shan's been at home smashing out, getting all the rooms through the house ready, which is awesome. And yeah, just getting into the swing of that, I suppose. I've only accidentally driven to the wrong house once. I'm expecting that to increase.
I did that a couple of times when we moved as well.
Yeah,
but at least you moved somewhere similar of an area. You didn't. I didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you get all the way home?
No. Well, I didn't do that because I had to drive past this house to get to my old house, so it never really happened. So.
But no, it stayed in at least the area code. Moved just to a bit of a bigger house for the little growing family, and yeah, that's been it.
What about you, Zach?
Actually, you know what else I did? I started a TV show.
You what?
I started a TV show,
What'd
which I've been looking. I've forgotten the name of it. So come back to me when I remember what the name of it is. Yeah,
okay.
You'll have to come back to me. I interrupted for no reason.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I have finished Rainmaker. It's amazing. Go check it out. We discussed it a little bit last week and on a previous episode when AJ first found the show. But basically, think Game of Thrones cross lawyers because there's that many intricate storylines. Done really well. The characters are great in it. Like some of the twists and turns. Prince, I think, is a great character. But yeah, go watch it. Started Stranger Things. So I've listened to you boys and have put it on. We've been watching a couple episodes a day.
How are you going with the binge? Because
So we're not really binging. Like we watched 2 episodes the first night. I think it's just an episode a day. So we're I think up to episode 6.
So I think even when this came out, I'm pretty sure that Shannon and we sat and we watched an episode and we're like, that's enough. And then we came back the next day and watched an episode. I'm like, yeah, we'll just run with an episode.
I'm pretty sure I watched it in a night.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done that.
So I don't. If I was binging this, I think I would get bored and turned off because especially after episode 1, Lisa and I looked at this and goes, nothing happened. Like if we didn't know there was hype around this show, we probably would have turned off. It's some of the storylines that are starting to bring, I think, are interesting. I want to find out more. But the pacing, definitely for the first 4 or 5 episodes has been really slow.
Yeah, right.
The last episode definitely picked up because we found Nancy stranded in Upside Down World, which I'm assuming that's what it's called because of
Upside Down,
the few things I've picked up through osmosis. But yeah, that's where she ended episode 5, stuck in there. Episode 6, she starts there, gets out. We see a few more different bits and pieces. So things are starting to ramp up. We ended with 11 announcing she's the one that opened the gate. It wasn't like they built. I thought they sort of found something and built that building around it, not that she's the one that created it. So it's getting interesting. We're just waiting for it to really sort of click into gear. So
I did warn you last week though that it may be, for someone who'd never watched it, it may be that thing of the hype might be too much for what the show actually is.
No,
because it does get better. Every season gets much better.
I think the fact that it has been hyped is the only thing that sort of keep me in there. It's only because the first few episodes, even knowing there is hype, nothing's really grabbed me. And like, I'm not saying that I was expected to be blown out of my seat, like flown by it. There have been good moments in it, but yeah, just the pacing for the first few episodes. Like if I didn't know there was hype to stick into it, because obviously some of the things when you obviously hit Netflix Play, they're showing you glimpses of the later seasons. Some of those shots look really cool. So even if I didn't know it was a good show, those shots would have possibly kept me in it anyway.
Sure.
One of the things about the show is it escalates too. Yeah. So like your first season, you've got what's they call the monster in the first one?
The Demigorgon.
So you got the Demigorgon the first season, and then escalates with the baddies and stuff like that, and you just kind of gets more and more and more, and the story fills in, and you're like, okay.
They have built that world and that story very, very well from an escalation perspective. Because one thing that TV shows do a lot of is, hey, here is a big fucking bad, and then you kind of like, how are they going to do next season? Stranger Things have nailed it. And to what you said before, like with how the seasons get better and better, like I think that's coming with their age and their experience as actors through the show. Because they start out as kids, they're all like 10 or whatever, and now they're all in their 20s. So
the funniest part for you is going to be watching season 1, and then within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll have watched them age 10 years.
One of the guys said that at school. They're like, well, just wait till you finish the season, start the next one, because like they all jump a foot every season. They're a foot taller.
There's the black kid. He ages, man. Like the only one who doesn't look like he ages is the one that wears the trucker hat.
But that's because he's got a condition.
Yeah. He doesn't look like he ages.
Lucas,
but the black kid,
he's super fucking annoying.
He's the best character in the show.
Well, he'd want to get better because at the moment he's the one that's fighting against the show.
The one I find the most annoying is Winona Ryder's kid, the one that gets lost in the Upside Down.
Oh, well, at the moment I've only seen him for about 20 seconds before he got lost.
He's the worst fucking character in the show.
I think his character is
He gets better, but he's still fucking annoying.
I think one of the things that you didn't get that you got with the other ones is because he just wasn't there in season 1. So he kind of got nabbed and then...
Yeah, so like at the moment he's just not there. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, overall I think it's good. It's definitely, as the episode's been going, it's getting better and better each episode. That's because we're being drip fed that bit more information. Like the whole Upside Down world enough, I think, is enough to keep me interested, because it's interesting. I want to know more about it. Like you've seen the Demigorgon a few times, and like, okay, what's the backstory between them and things like what's the backstory with Millie Bobby Brown's character 11? Like we sort of just got that mum was sort of experimented on while she was pregnant, and that's possibly where she's come from. So I had a theory that it was going to be the chief's daughter that sort of didn't actually die from the hints we've got so far, that she was sort of kidnapped there, and that was going to bring him into it a bit more. Yeah. But I'm not saying that's wrong, but it doesn't seem to be right with the information I've got so far. So,
sure. What I'll say is the way that David Arbour's character or chief is brought into it more is it's very good.
Yeah, it was like you saw. I picked his sort of character straight away as that sort of detached, doesn't really care character until something happens, and that sort of happened pretty quickly with him starting to believe Winona Ryder's character story of there is a monster, there is something nefarious happening here, and he sort of switched pretty quickly into actually serious sort of mode. So
he was an alcoholic chief at the start, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, slept around with a few characters from the few tidbits you picked up along the way.
Okay.
But no, it's
just like real life.
So far, it's been pretty good. Yeah, definitely enjoying it, and we'll keep watching. Lisa is definitely a bit more on the fence than I am, but I think today's episode we watched is at episode 6. I think hooked her in a bit more too. So
and Old Love's died already, hasn't she? Barb.
Well, she hasn't died. If
she's gone missing.
If Will hasn't died, then I would say Barb hasn't died yet as well. But you spoiled that already last week, so.
Well, yeah.
It's not a spoiler for how long it's been.
Yeah. But there was like a whole campaign to try to bring Barb back. And like everyone, for some reason, everyone just loved Barb and wanted her back.
She was literally in it for like 2
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, I thought she was going to be a bit more of a character. And like, oh, Barb, when we just said what happened last week. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's episode 2 and she's gone.
Yeah, it's just everyone loved her.
It was just a cult following.
Yeah.
I think it was partially too just because of how she like got treated by the friend at the party. Like,
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Nance has been on a roller coaster already in 6 episodes. So.
Oh, that roller coaster, the rides go up and down even more. Don't worry about that. She's they've just gotten engaged in real life. Yeah, her and
not Steve,
the Darrowy one.
Will's brother.
Yeah. So
he looks about 40 in this show already. Lisa's like, why does he look a bit strange? I'm like, he looks kind of like that dweeby little kid that's just grown up but kept the dweeby face. And I was like, he's also 40.
He reminds me of Edward Furlong, kid from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's fair, actually.
I'm going to move it off Stranger Things.
Oh, my God.
So I'll be coming back to it. But so I also have been watching more of Gundam, so I'm almost finished that. I've been able to watch it in sort of patches. They kind of got really fucking exciting again and then fell back into a lull of these next few episodes of the 3 or 4 Earth superbots come to fight the Justice and Freedom. Nothing happens, it's a draw, they go away, end of episode. They come back, they fight, it's a draw, end of episode, they come back. Like, something needs to happen, which got 7 episodes left, so I'm assuming that crescendo is about to hit and we're going to go. We've just had the reveal about who LaFlaga was. Not LaFlaga, that's the...
Moo LaFlaga.
Is he the... I'm getting the two characters' names confused. Is he the Zaft guy?
Moose the Earth/Orb guy that flies the Sky Grasper.
And now in the strike.
Now he's in the strike.
Yeah.
So that's Moo LaFlaga. And the other one is...
with the mask.
I always go to say Char, but that's normal Gundam. God, I can't remember.
Anyway, we just got the reveal that he is like the clone of Moo LaFlaga's dad or something. Yeah, so... Interesting. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with Flay because Flay's just sort of been captured.
The most annoying character on fucking Earth.
Yeah, she. This show could have progressed without her.
Yeah, but she should have been blown up. She should have been one of the characters that dies.
Strangely enough, a lot of people have died in the show, but not a lot of the characters really have. We've only really had 3.
Yeah, a couple of main characters die. That's usually most of the seasons. Main characters die, but it's only a couple of them, and it's like that kind of someone dies to force our protagonist forward.
Kind of and that's basically what's happened. So we had Flay's dad died, which sort of triggered a bunch of stuff with Flay and Kira to sort of push Kira to the next level. Then Kira killed one of the Zaft pilots.
Oh, he brutally killed him. That sword through the fucking chest.
That was like 5 minutes of just brutality, and then it just petered out again. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's definitely got some highs and lows again, I think with the flow.
The second season's better than the first, in my opinion. So I love.
Oh, is there a second season?
So you've got Gundam Seed and then Gundam Seed Destiny.
Right. Okay.
So Gundam Seed's 50 episodes. Gundam Seed Destiny's 50 episodes.
40.
But it's kind of Gundam Seed Destiny is more from the opposite point of view. So I don't know if you're. I don't think the battle started yet for you, but there's a battle at the end of Destiny where it's like on a beachfront.
What? I'm not up to Destiny, so no, it hasn't started.
I've just Seed, sorry. There's like a battle towards the end of it where the Freedom first appears on the beach.
And I'm past that, yeah.
So Destiny starts there, but from the point of view of a kid.
that's
and
watching.
then he joins Zaft, and you follow him. He's like the main protagonist for like the first half of the season.
See, that's the only thing that's sort of for Gundam being an issue for me is you've got 3 or sort of 2.5 sort of sides. You've got Zaft, Earth, and then Orb is sort of comes and goes throughout. It's everyone's fuckwits.
Yeah,
like just kill them all and start again.
That's the whole comment on real world politics, and
it's scary to see how similar that is to real world. Like
essentially, that the original one was just a gigantic comment on war and how fucking stupid it is. The fact of you're fighting for the same fucking thing, and all you're doing is murdering people. Like the first one, they literally drop one of those space stations on Earth, and unfortunately, it's Australia. It hits.
Hey, at least we're involved. Usually, we're just neglected.
Australia generally gets fucked over in Gundam.
But yeah, like this is like Earth was like, okay, we kind of sympathize for Earth, and then we finally get to Earth, and they're like just dicks, massive dicks, and like, I was like striving to get here. I was like on the edge, like, are they going to make it? Are they going to get safety? And then it's like, no.
But it also that kind of helps with Kira's progression throughout the show. I find that it kind of he goes, they're dicks, Zafta dicks, Orba dicks. All right, well, we'll just kind of sit in the middle and be like, fuck you all.
Orb weren't really dicks. They just sort of suicided because they're like, I don't want to fight for you. We don't want to side with you because you're dicks, and we don't want to side with you for your dicks, so we're just going to let both of you kill us.
Yep.
I was like, okay, that's not smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it kind of pushes Kira and all of the crew
so
to
far
sort of
Kira's turned,
create their own little organisation.
Atheron's turned, and the guy in the Buster's turned. I can never remember his name, but then you got the crazy Zaft pilot is like about to probably turn, I'm assuming. So,
but yeah, it's good. Destiny's awesome, and then the movie Freedom was fantastic.
And the fucking pink princess hair lady. Can't remember her name. The princess of Zaft, anyway.
Not Kigali.
No, she's the orb one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this chick ends up with Kira at the end. But like she went from this sort of like airy fairy, like, oh, I'm just going to do this for good things, and the next minute she's on the like bridge of the ship and like a hard ass chin, like do this, do that, like no, you can't go. I'm like, fuck, didn't your character just evolve overnight? Like fucking hell. But yeah, it's good. It's definitely worth watch. Like some of the space scenes and action are quite good. It's just it's sort of I feel like could be condensed a little bit.
Oh, I think
because it just sort of it falls into like a holding pattern for like 3 or 4 episodes in a row and then moves on.
It may have been a syndication thing in Japan where they have to have a certain amount of episodes.
So like the last 4 episodes have basically just been the same, with a little bit of story, but it's basically we were in part A, we fight, it's a draw. We move to part B, it's a fight, it's a draw. Like it's the same thing, just in a different location.
I think it was 50 episodes. Destiny's 50 episodes, but then you go to like Iron Blood Orphans, and season 1 and season 2 is 25 episodes for making 50 episodes kind of thing. And then I think a lot of them are 50 episodes. I think it must be some syndication thing or something maybe. But if I was you after this one, I'd probably have a break from Seed and maybe go to either 00 or Iron Blooded Orphans.
Well, I'm probably going to go back and finish watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes because that's all out now. Just because that's only about 13 episodes. So I'll watch that and then I might go back and...
I found out how that ends today.
What?
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, please don't.
No, it's not a bad ending. I like it. It's a good ending.
It's getting there, so yeah, don't spoil it. But last thing on anime and TV shows, One Piece has had quite the big announcement this week.
Yes. Thank fuck. Smartest decision they've made.
Yeah, it's just weird they finally made it move to it now, and it just scares me that it's still going to be
money.
It'll be money, but it scares me it's still going to take fucking forever to get there.
Well, no, that's because it's the smart choice.
It should mean
so. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about,
yes.
Essentially, One Piece was and has been up until this point weekly episodes. So episode. So you get a lot of filler episodes while they either can't wait to catch up to the manga or production schedules for episodes. Like some of the bigger episodes that have big fight scenes would take longer to animate, so they just do filler episodes that have fuck all animation in it. So they just chunk it out till they get those big episodes made.
And there's been not Naruto was a lot worse, but like a season of filler. Like it's usually only had like a 5 or 6 episode filler, which is usually leading towards the movie at the time.
So basically, what One Piece has announced is they will be doing seasonal arcs now. So essentially, it'll be 26 episodes max.
No, it'll be 2 13-episode seasons throughout the year. Yeah.
So 26 episodes per year max. That's it. And essentially, that then gives them half a year to then make the next season kind of thing, which is a smart decision to do.
So I think from what it said, we've only got like I think it's 2, maybe 3 episodes left before they go on another 3-month hiatus. So
Just going to delete this from my screenshots.
so I saw someone do like a sort of commentary with himself, like interviewing himself about, they're doing this. What do you think? And he's kind of right. Like, there's no filler. The episode
there'll still be fillers,
Less
but,
filler.
Well, there'll be less filler. The quality will be better. Like things like the pacing should be better then, because you said you're not having to drag out some episodes longer just things can catch up.
It'll also be interesting if they're going to do, because as you said, 2 13 episode seasons. Are they going to wait until like quarter 2 of the year and pump out 13 episodes?
I assume
and then
so.
wait like
No,
till
so
quarter
it'll
4
still
and
be.
do it, or
They're still
like
released weekly. So because in Japan they're released on normal TV, so they're not streaming services or anything.
Sure,
in Japan
sure,
they're
sure.
released on normal TV, so they'll still be released weekly. It'll just be over 26 weeks instead of 52 weeks.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, will
Yeah,
it
so
start?
it'll be like March to like May, June sort of thing, and then it'll be a break, and then it'll be like September to November or whatever sort of thing.
So, but basically the same thing most American TV shows used to do. They'd have the start of the season, they'd have their mid-season break, and then they come back a couple of weeks later and do the end of the season.
So I think
That was just so that they could catch up, because they used to film it whilst the season was airing back in with like the How I Met Your Mother days and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
of
they'd have
course.
that break so they could catch back up with episodes, and then they'd start releasing them again.
I think overall this is a good decision. It's just there's just no One Piece to watch every week now. But it'll be right.
Go back and jump back 100 episodes.
I've done that. I've done that.
So my 2 quick ones, I remembered them. Well, actually, I had a quick look as to who was in it, and it prompted me. Carnival Row. Now,
Oh, that's a great show.
Oh,
you liked it?
Such a good show.
I've heard of it.
I remember when it came out and I seen it. I'm
it was
like,
a travesty it got cancelled.
This looks fucking good. And then I forgot about it completely. And then I was just scrolling through, looking for something to watch the other night. And I'm like,
Is that the one with Orlando Bloom in it?
yeah. So
I've
Orlando Bloom's in it.
Scrolled through and like, I really should watch
At the
this.
time that it aired, it was HBO's, and it was the most expensive TV show ever made. It was like $1 million
I'm
an
not
episode or
surprised.
something.
You can see it in the show. Like, it's really, really well done. But basically, it's a fantasy world. It's based around the realm of the Fae and also the realm of man. Kind of, they're able to link to each other via over an ocean, and from there, it's about the immigration. Oh, sorry, there's like a war which sort of sets the tone of the period that they're living in, and the Fae are basically immigrating to the realm of man.
I'm pretty sure it was a book from memory.
Yeah, I'm not sure there.
Does it end on a cliffhanger?
Probably.
I can't remember. I swear it got cancelled, but I don't know if it got cancelled and they got to finish it off. I think they might have, because from memory there was a really big gap between the seasons.
Yeah, no, I think there's only one season.
No, there's 2. I'm sure there's 2. Another one came out.
In any case, it came out in 2019. It's got Orlando Bloom in it. There's a couple of other people who are through it. I've just gone blank on one.
Clara Delevingne.
That's the one,
Is
Clara
the main
Delevingne.
the main actor.
And
It's on Prime.
it's good. I definitely didn't have the big reaction you just had to it after seeing. But I've only seen like either 2 or 3 episodes. It's good. I will definitely finish it because it's got enough intrigue to keep wanting to watch it. I think there's an element of the first couple of episodes they try to throw a lot of information at you, but it's just shot so well, and the characters are really intriguing, and it is. It's not like it's not a lighthearted fantasy thing. It is very in the depths, in the underbelly of fantasy and what can happen.
I also have to reiterate that my comments were about a different show at the start there, because I thought you were talking about Carnival, not Carnival Row.
Oh.
So it's not as
Wow.
good. So Carnival was a show on HBO.
Sure.
About carnies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It went for 2 seasons. It was phenomenal, and it was
Right.
the most expensive show ever made
No,
at that
not
point. Carnival Row, I don't think it's as much. It's still a good show, but not as much praise as I was giving to Carnival.
Yeah, okay. That aligns more with what I watched because it's good. It's got intrigue, but there's also elements of you can tell Orlando Bloom was just cashing a check.
But I'm pretty sure there's 2 seasons of it. I think because there was one season, there was like 2 years or 3 years between seasons from memory. And I think they finished it.
Sure. I hope that they have finished it.
I'm pretty sure it's based on a book as well.
Pretty good. It's okay. Enough intrigue, as I said, to keep watching it and get through it. The other thing that I watched and finished was Alice in Borderlands.
I haven't watched season 3 yet.
So I watched season 3. I'll wait till you've watched it to have a chat about it then. So watch it.
I will at some point.
I know that you're not going to.
So there are 2 seasons of it.
Okay, cool.
It's on Prime. But
yes, it is.
It's on Prime, yeah. So 2 seasons.
Go check it out. Let us know what you think of it. Hey, we'll throw it up as a little conversation starter on our Discord if you want to jump in and have a bit of a chat with us.
Speaking of the Discord, if you head to the Facebook page, the link is on Facebook in our feed. You can click on that, join our Discord, and we will be chucking up.
Is it on our Instagram?
It is. I put it on the other one.
It's on
It'll be. We'll be chatting movies, TV shows, comic books, games, all that kind of stuff. Posting up trailers that we find, all that kind of stuff. Jump on there, have conversations with us and with other Franticlers, and it should be good. We're going to try and build it to as big a thing as we can, and so we can all chat about the nerdy things we love.
Yeah, and please react, provide some comments on some of the things that we do share, and look, it's all stuff that we like to have those conversations. That's why we started this, just to sort of frantically talk whatever about all those types of things. So get in on the conversation.
Can I segue us into what we're about to talk about?
You can segue us if you like.
So, at time of release, when this comes out on Friday, AJ, myself, and friend of the show, Alana, and her partner, Zach, will be getting together to stream Lunar's Ultimate Party Game. So, if you've seen on the YouTubes, we've done an interview with the game developer, Hani?
No.
It starts with a H. Sorry, mate, I forgot your name. But it's a wonderful game. Mario Party-esque is sort of the theme of it. So it's a party game, run around, roll dice. One of the biggest twists is you're always involved. So everyone's going to roll the dice at the same time. Everyone plays. If you get eliminated in the minigame, you just come back in a different aspect. So yeah, we'll be live.
I'm pretty keen to just see that mechanic alone, because that is super intriguing.
Well, so when we played the demo, it was only 5 turns. So
you can play up to 15 turns on the demo at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So yeah,
so I've played the 15-turn one myself.
Yep.
Just against AI. So 15 turns. So it brings in your buttons and all that kind of stuff, like essentially the golden star in Mario. And you got like little knight that runs around and chops people down.
Yeah, because every time that happened, like at the end of the 5th turn or something, and so we never really. What we saw, it never really did anything. So the fact that we will have more turns to explore some of those mechanics in a bit more detail will be interesting to see.
So if you are watching this episode at time of release on the Friday morning, we will be playing that night at 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So convert that to whatever you want. I think in America that's like morning time over in America. So yeah, if you're watching, if not. We'll also put a link on the Facebook page for when we do it. It's going to be on Twitch, on our Twitch channel. We'll be recording it to put it on YouTube later as well.
It will be our inaugural live streaming performance. So, get around
which we will be trying to do more of in the future. So if you want to see him, jump on the Discord and tell us.
If you want Brock to do it, maybe somehow drop a comment and push him to get a better computer. So yeah,
get a computer. I need to find
his
I
current computer.
Find my current computer.
We're going to start a GoFundMe to get him a computer. No,
that's the one I was trying to think of.
That's a joke.
But yeah, so before we
don't have to make it a joke.
But also because of Brock's move and missing computer, we haven't been able to read the next edition of Why the Last Man. So that will be coming back shortly. We are up to volume 7 and have 7, 8, 9, 10 to go. So.
I'll try and smash out a couple.
All right, on to this week's little chat. So what we are going to be talking about today are games from our teen years. So for us at this table, less so Zach, teen years would be...
For me, it was late
90s, early noughties.
Well, mine's
Why are you looking at me?
For me, it was late 90s, early 90s.
He's closer to me than you. You're the odd one out here.
Yes. So late 90s, early 90s.
90s, yeah, mid to late 2000s, maybe early 2010s.
I look in my 50s. I'm not.
Okay, so we've picked 10 games from that era for us. Now, A few of these, my good friend Bushy, he friend of the show, he'll be listening hopefully. A lot of these he's going to be, he will instantly know this list because most of these were in my bedroom with him playing these fucking games till all hours in the morning. So my first one I'm going to throw out there is Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX 2.
Fuck yeah.
This was on the PlayStation 2. It came out in 2001. It was essentially, think Tony Hawk, which most people have played, but on a BMX. Dave Mirra at the time was the best BMXer in the world. First to do a double backflip, which now they do fucking triple backflip, fucking tail whips and mentalness.
From memory, this game as well, one of the things that they did really, really well is they keyed into the jumps that you were doing.
Yep.
From memory. So it wasn't just hit a jump or a ramp or whatever and just go flying into a bunch of tricks. The idea was that it was keyed in so that you hit that jump and so that you could actually position yourself to come down.
Oh, you could still Tony Hawk it.
You could,
yeah.
But it was...
especially once you progress because your stats on your bikes and your rider got better, and by the end of it you could just be fucking...
I think what I mean to say is that it was far more keyed in than what Tony Hawk was. So in Tony
Hawk 1 at least, yeah.
Tony Hawk was far more about, hey, hit that ramp and do as many tricks as you can because you go flying. But
so this one was great. It was all real riders. Most of the locations I think were real locations. Like Woodward. The first level you start on was Woodward, which is one of the most famous places to skate and ride in the world. This came out on PlayStation 2, and then in the following months was ported to GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Xbox. I used to play it on the PlayStation 2. Fucking loved this game. Dave Mirra, Ryan Nyquist, all the fantastic guys. Slim Jim was one of the characters from obviously Slim Jims that most Americans would know. And it was just so much fun. You could multiplayer. It kicked the shit out of Tony Hawk for me, in my opinion. But yeah, loved it. Dave Mirra 2. I've still got my copy of the PS2. It's great. I've got it running on my PS3.
I used to play Matt Hoffman's version of that.
Matt Hoffman wasn't bad, but Dave Mirra was much better. Dave Mirra 2. Dave Mirra 1 was not great. That was on the PS1.
I'll keep in the same vein of like those sports-based games, and I thrashed the living shit out of a game called Downhill Domination. Also on PlayStation 2. Now it is bike based. It is jump on a mountain bike. Here is a big fucking hill.
Oh yeah,
Go down that fucking hill as quickly as you can. Race against all sorts of people. Hit mammoth jumps. Hit little, big, like whatever you could. And one of the beautiful things about this game is you could go down and you could do it as properly as you could so that you could hit whatever size jumps they were and sort of do it as smooth and try to get like that rhythmic element to it and around corners, berms, all that sort of stuff. Or you could just go towards the cliff and just fly the fuck off it and just do whatever the hell you could think of while you were flying down this cliff. It was awesome. It was super fast paced as you were going down there. And because of that little bit of element of here's the track, like the track would be so far wide, they would expand it so that there was enough beside the track that you could go very rogue. So much fun. You could, and it was all race based as well. So you'd literally throw in.
I don't know what this game is.
You'd throw in several people to it. Me and my brother used to absolutely smash this game. Incredible, super super fun. If you can find a copy of it, send it to me. Now that I've remembered this game, I am definitely going to
download the emulator on your computer.
Well, my computer computer probably won't be able to run it, so I will again go fund me. But yeah, I'll kick it off with that. Amazing game, super fun.
So I said my generation is a little bit later than you guys, but then at the same time, the context of my gaming life was I was sort of always the console generation behind the mainstream. So I had a 64 when a little bit later than everyone else. I got the PlayStation 2 basically as the PlayStation 3 was coming out, that sort of thing. So a lot of my games, even though they were played in my teenage years, were probably older games. But I'll kick it off with a sport one from later in my life that was definitely Wii Sports. I got that game and I thrashed the absolute hell of that with everyone.
I think it's fair to say everyone smashed the hell out of Wii Sports.
So I've tagged that in with another sport one, which is another downhill racing game, Snowboard Kids 2.
Snowboard Kids 2. Yeah, I remember Snowboard
Kids 1 was fantastic. Snowboard Kids 2 just actually was a sequel that improved a lot of the issues with the first one, and it was so good.
I'm going to have to bring you back a little bit. There were no problems with Snowboard Kids. I don't think I ever played number 2.
No, I said Snowboard Kids 1 was great. Snowboard Kids 2 they weren't problems. They just added other things that made the existing things even better. But yeah, it was fantastic. A few other missions, a bit more customization with your boards and things like that you could do. It was just a hell of a lot of fun. And one of the few sort of sport racing games I actually got into, because I never really got into like the Gran Turismos and things like that, but this one I did.
Gran Turismo was a funny one because whenever we got our PlayStation, Gran Turismo was one of the games that came with it. That was pretty standard at the time. Now, when we first got it, I wasn't super interested in it. I'd sort of, because I was put your foot down and just go. And so I'd run into walls. I wouldn't get it right. It was kind of useless. But then I can't remember. I had an injury when I was outside, not playing video games and riding a bike down a hill very, very fast. Yeah, very, very and it fucking hurt. Anywho, I ended up cracking that game open, and I started doing some of the races and the campaigns, and actually got really good. And I was going I was doing some of the really long fucking races that would take like 4 hours going down like around the track and doing what you needed to do. So I started to get pretty good, really enjoy it, but I just as quickly got over it.
Yeah, so like the racing games, there's one racing game which I just remembered that I've just added to the list because it was a crime I didn't put on. That's besides Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a league in its own when it comes to motorsports racing games. But like Gran Turismo and things, I was like, yeah.
Side note, Gran Turismo the movie, fantastic.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Really recommend it. It's fantastic, based on a true story as well.
I think we've spoken about it before, like, because when I seen it advertised, I thought it was just a show about them. I'm like, how the fuck are they going to adapt it? But it was all about the video game competition, which a kid won, and then got
became a real racer, blah, blah, blah.
So I haven't watched it, super keen.
It's actually really, really good, really enjoyable. My next one is another game that was played for many, many times, all late nights, and that is WWF SmackDown. Just bring it.
I think that is the peak of the WWE.
Oh,
games,
it is. None of the WWE games have ever.
There might be another
compared
one
to this one.
There's another.
This
one.
was from the character customization in this was so good.
That's right. Yes.
You could build your own character, and then you can give he could have the Twisted Fate as his finisher move, but then he could have like someone else's entrance and this and that, and you could pick from all your different favorite superheroes and those people, superstars, and like create your own unique character. It was just phenomenal. And then the wrestling, the actual buttons that you had to press and stuff, and the way to play the game just flowed so well. It was so natural, and they've just made it so difficult now in future versions. This was the peak of WWF games right here. No. It will never get better than this. It's got the Rock on the front, Attitude Era, hand out. Oh, yeah, I was thinking so good.
That's the game I'm thinking of. I was just thinking of a different cover. But no, fantastic game.
No WWE game will ever compare to this one. If you don't agree, jump on the Discord and tell me why.
Yeah. But even the graphics for their faces and stuff, it was horribly fantastic.
Yeah. I think from memory, one of my characters, it was like this huge, like Brock Lesnar size guy, but then had like leader's entrance and was like super like.
They've done a few memes with the current wrestlers of like name this character like using the old school video games. Like, dude, he got done dirty.
All right, so my next one, it came out late in my teen years, but Batman Arkham Asylum. It kicked off my love of the Arkhamverse.
See, this is a game that came out as I was leaving not leaving consoles, but I just didn't have the right console to play it and stuff. I just never got into it. It's a game that I've always kind of wanted to play because it's Batman.
Highly, highly, highly recommend doing it. I highly recommend starting with Arkham Asylum and playing through the games because there's Arkham Asylum, there's Arkham
3 or 4.
I think there's 4, and then technically there's actually
there's like a Arkham Asylum Dark Knight or something is there as well or something.
Arkham Knight. So there's technically heaps of games because some of the other ones are like side games which are included in this world. So like the latest Suicide Squad game which came out a couple of years ago, that's technically in this world of gaming as well. That's my understanding anyways. So yeah, like you had Asylum, you had City, you had Origins, and you had Arkham Knight. They're like the 4 main
And they were
ones.
going to, but apparently got cancelled to do a Batman Beyond version.
Yes, they were. So they're going to do a Batman Beyond. I think there was. I'm sure that we spoke about it a little while ago.
Doing my boy
they've got
Terry dirty.
something in the works. I would love to see another game. Because I've loved every one of them. I think they definitely fell into the trap of whenever you get into a new version of the game, you make it bigger, you make it better. Unfortunately, you make it more complex to do things. So rather than that standard like sort of combat, like you then have to do X, Y, Z to then do better with your combat. I'm going to give you more gadgets. You forget about the gadgets as you're going along and that type of stuff.
This was unfortunately not in my teenage years.
Yeah, it was very, very late in my teenage years. But fantastic set of games. Highly recommend all of them. Like the Arkham Asylum, it was purely just Arkham Asylum. They set you up in that space. And even though it's only in the asylum, it's a big enough world to have heaps and heaps of gameplay. Awesome game.
I was 25 when it came out.
Lucky you.
So I will take one that's my next one. Is probably the one that again dominated my end of teenage years, well into my 20s, and it's probably the game that dominated computer games for a long time, which was World of Warcraft. I sank many, not even hours, just many months into that game, many
Still
years.
do, don't you?
I come and go. So basically now the only reason why I don't play it as much is because if I get sucked into it, if I want to play it, I want to play it properly. I just don't have the time to gear up and stay current with all the content.
Fair.
So, but yeah, it was a fantastic game. I came into it a little bit in vanilla, a little bit dabbled in it in Burning Crusade, but definitely took off in Wrath of the Lich King, which I know is probably a little bit later than my teens. But it was a great game. I loved it. You were able to run around with your 5 mates or 4 mates and do it. I liked it again at Wrath because you could do a lot of the 10-man content. In the early ones, you didn't need. In vanilla, I think it was the 25 and 40-man content. Burning Crusade and Wrath brought in 10-man content, which was good because you didn't need as many people, obviously. But now they've shifted away from that. So again, like it's to come back in, you need to join a guild, and like if I'm coming and going, I'm like they're just not going to pick me. So
I played it. I bought the base game, played the base game for a bit. I think I got as far as when you get on the flying ship and you go to the flying city or some shit.
yeah, that could be at any point when you choose to go over there. So
I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, it's open world. It wasn't very far. I think I finished killing boars.
So vanilla original WoW, definitely you had to be motivated to play it because it was very, very grindy. I think it was successful at the time because it was sort of the first of its kind, so people were committed to play it. But they definitely fixed a lot of those issues, and now it's so user friendly. If you're a new player coming into it, you will be able to go from level 1 to max level very quickly because they put a lot of mechanics in to allow people to speed through and get up to where you need to do. Usually, if it's the first character, though, there are a few more things you've got to do to actually experience the game. But once you make your second character again, it's a lot quicker to shoot past where you need to because you've done it once, so it unlocks it for every character.
Yeah, I do love it. I like that world, which you'll find out later on. But as we said, different age bracket. So let's go to my next one, which is Ape Escape.
Oh, the original.
So Ape Escape came out in 1999 on the PS1. It was the first game that used the dual shock controller. You had to have a dual shock controller for it, and that was because you used both controllers to like spin around and stuff and spin things and all that kind of stuff.
I got not a PlayStation one. I got the PS1.
The PS1 the
Ape Escape combo.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
So it was. I don't think it was the original Ape Escape. I think it was another version of it. But yeah, it came out later in the Ape Escape journey. But yes,
it was a fantastic game. So it was third-person perspective. You use a variety of gadgets to pursue and capture the apes, traversing across several environments. The game's controls are heavily centered around the analog sticks, being the first game required by PlayStation to use it. And
they've never looked back.
It was such a good game, man. It was just so much fun. It was one of those just manic games that just no real point to it. You just sat down and had fun playing the game.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And it reminded me a lot of Mario 64 when you had to spin Bomberman and stuff. And you had to sit there with that fucking the middle controller doing these ones and stuff, and like you end up like your little joystick was just just dead after
you
a while.
play a game and you see the dust on the side of like, oh, that's not a good sign.
But Ape Escape, great game. Loved it very, very much.
All right, the next one for me. Ratchet and Clank.
I had number 2 on my list.
Now, I didn't put a number because I can't remember which one it was. And it doesn't matter because they're all fucking fantastic.
No, they're all great.
And yeah, I definitely smashed through these through my teen years. And to be honest, like even more recently than that, like they did a
Have you watched the movie?
Yes,
did.
I have. I
remember mixed reviews about it.
From memory, it follows one of the games like identically. I'm pretty sure I watched it when I was hammered, and the next morning I was tripping out because I'm like, I don't know if I was playing Ratchet and Clank or watching a movie. Like I tripped out hard. Yeah, fantastic game. You kick around as Ratchet. Clank is your little robot friend. You just go around getting basically weaponry, and you build on that weaponry so it can get bigger and better.
I love that aspect of it.
It was so simple, but it was just so much fun. And like one of the things that they did really good here is you would find weapons that you liked and enjoyed, so it gave you the capacity to just work with those and upgrade those rather than having to upgrade this and then that to do that. Like it just sort of you could pick what worked for you and you liked and move with it. And the way that they did their gadgets as well was really good. So rather than, hey, you've unlocked, you've done this little task where you have to use a gadget to unlock your gadget, and then that's sort of all that you need. You might need it in the future if you want to use it. It's they would drive you to scenarios through the story and the campaign to use those gadgets.
Yeah.
And it was done in fun ways. So, and it wasn't just shooting and whatnot. Like they'd put in puzzles and whatnot to work through.
Heavy puzzles, mini games such as racing and hacking.
Yeah.
And the Ratchet axe was pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it was released in 2002 for the PlayStation 2 by Insomniac, and the first game not owned by Universal Interactive. There have been 2 games. So there was this and then Ratchet and Clank Going Commando in 2003. The movie came out in 2016, and apparently there's a PS4 remake happening.
Sure there was more than that games. More than that. But anyway, I thought they had like 3 or 4 versions out. But in any case, it's a fantastic game. If you have not played it, go check it out.
Oh, there is it. Ratchet and Clank 2. I don't know. But yeah, it's fantastic as I waffle along. It was kind of like a roguelike game in essence, because the different guns you level up meant you played in different play styles. Like
that term didn't exist back then.
No, I know. I know. But yeah, so I would replay it through and try to level up different weapons each time to have a different experience, which was always cool.
And it had massive replayability because of that as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like it wasn't a game where, yes, you knew where you were going, but by having different weapons, you had to play different play styles and things, which is cool. So staying in the Warcraft realm, so Frozen Throne, or actually I think it was Warcraft 3, but then definitely brought out further in Frozen Throne, you had the map builders and game builders. And one of the games that was created was Dota, Defense of the Ancients. Very loosely then followed linked by League of Legends, but sank many an hour at what was it called?
Just quickly, there's 17 releases of Ratchet.
Oh, really?
across the various things that they do,
stuff,
like consoles or into like some of the video game things and whatnot. But yeah, there's been 17 releases.
But so Battlegrounds was a LAN cafe in at Newcastle. I don't know if you boys remember that. But yeah, it was there, and me and my mates would go to the Games Workshop. We'd save up our monies to go play an hour or 2 hours at the LAN party, LAN castle around the corner, and then go back to the Games Workshop, play a few more Warhammer games. But Dota at the time was the game that we sank many hours into. It was fantastic. Obviously spawned other games like League of Legends, as I said, which I've then spent years and years playing. But yeah, it was a fantastic game. It was one of the first MOBAs around, and yeah, the new Dota 2 version, I'm not a massive fan of. I think I prefer League of Legends over it, but Dota was definitely the initiate game for myself.
Well, staying in that realm, I might as well say this one now, it would be Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. This game, holy shit, this game was phenomenal. This was such a good game. And this came out the start of, well, technically I'm not teen, so it came out when I was 10, but I didn't play it until I was a teenager. I loved this game so much, man. We used to play it at school on all the computers at school and have massive LAN battles and stuff like that at school. Fuck, it was a good game.
It was one of the first computer multiplayer games, wasn't it?
It was one of the big first first.
I don't know if it was
it wasn't online. I don't think at that point. Well, Battle Chest was in this one.
No, because it had. I think this was the one that BattleNet came out with it.
Yeah,
online.
no, it came out with the later on in expansions and stuff like that.
Oh,
There
came out
were
with three
expansions or 2 expansions for it. And I think the Battle Chest was one of those expansions.
Oh, expansions for Warcraft 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And this thing was fucking phenomenal, man. It was so good. And then you had the Battle Chest or BattleNet, whatever it was fucking called, and you could build all your own battlegrounds and all this kind of stuff to fight with. And just the noises, like the peons would always be like,
work.
And the storyline, it was one of the first games like this that I ever played with a real storyline that pursued through the game as you played it and all that kind of stuff. And then Warcraft 3 took that to another fucking level with we had hero characters and stuff like that. But it was just such a good game. And none of these other games like this, Warcraft 3 wasn't as good as Warcraft 2 in my opinion. Fucking the Space Marine one, what is the Space Marine one called? Dawn of War.
Dawn of War was on my list.
They don't compare to Warcraft 2 in
Dawn
my
of War
opinion.
just had the niche factor of being Warhammer. So the game that you...
Well, technically this was Warhammer, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's just highly stolen from Warhammer.
Well, everything's stolen
they're
from something.
they're all stolen from Tolkien, but still.
But Dawn of War. I guess at the same time we'll talk about the others of that variety, which I'm hoping I'm not stepping on toes. Age of Empires was another one. StarCraft. That sort of.
StarCraft. I like StarCraft because StarCraft was very similar to. It was essentially just the Space Marine version of Warcraft 2.
Yeah,
really. It was good. And what was it? Red Alert.
Red Alert Command and Conquer was the one I had.
That's the one. Yeah,
Command and Conquer. The Red Alert edition was the one I had. And again, sank many hours trying to work out quicker ways of solving each map and stuff.
Civilization was another
one. So that style of sort of real world strategy building. Yeah. Very, very fun.
Never played Civilization. I thrashed Age of Empires.
I don't think I ever played Civilization. I played a shitload of Star.
See, I got given StarCraft with the list of cheats, so I never actually played the game. Really, I was like, game in, type in this cheat. I got my resources. I can just do whatever the hell I want.
I played a metric fuck ton of Warcraft 2. I played a heap of StarCraft, and I played a little bit of Command and Conquer.
Sure. Next one for me, Burnout Revenge. So this is it's a car racing game. However, it's a car racing game on the streets whilst they're also giving you different little bits and scenarios of challenges. So you can either go into a race or you can go into a drifting thing to sort of accomplish, and it's all on live and active streets through whatever city you're currently racing in. It was different. It was awesome fun. And one of the things that I really liked about it is that no matter what race you were in, it almost had the capacity to learn with you as you were going. So no matter how fast you were going, the cars were right behind you pretty much the whole fucking time. And they were always pushing to sort of do that little bit better. I really liked
it. To me, this is the game that pretty much all the arcade car games have pretty much just copied, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're all, you play those ones that are out now where you sit in the car and you drive and on the streets and stuff. That was this game, really, in my opinion.
Good. There was 3 or 4 of them, but this is the one that I thrashed through my teen years. It was an awesome, awesome fun game. Massive amounts of carnage.
My next one, there was carnage involved, but usually in the lounge room with people having fits. Mario Party 2. Mario Party 2 in particular. I know 3 came out afterwards, obviously, but Mario Party 2 I think was my favourite of the editions.
Sure.
It was brilliant. I would always go for the chance squares because that way I was like, I don't care if I'm winning or losing. I'm just going to go steal all your... If you're winning, I'm just going to come and steal from you from the chance squares. So love that aspect of it. But yeah, it was great. The mini games aspect, I said, it's through to this day with the current Mario Party 8 or whatever it is on the Switch, plus the new one coming out on Switch 2. It's great that I take it to school and play it with the kids and they always have a blast playing it. So yeah, it's just the ultimate party game, really.
Nice.
I did enjoy the Mario Party games. They've all been phenomenal, and they're all.
There was only, I think it was Mario Party. It was either 3 or 4. One of them was very weird and didn't get much hype.
I think so. Yeah, I
think it was 3 because 4 came out very quickly.
It was one on the GameCube, wasn't it? I think from memory.
I remember playing 1 and 2, and that's it. I can't remember playing it beyond that.
Again, it's one of those rare games where the sequel actually does well in terms of Mario Party 1 was good. Mario Party 2, they just added enough to take it to that next level. And
capitalize rather than overcomplicate.
Okay, my next game is a fantastic little game that I randomly discovered. Let's wait, I've still zoomed in here. That I randomly discovered whilst playing some games I purchased in Bali, which were dodgy copies.
Yep.
And that is Time Splitters. So it was...
I think I remember this game.
I never played it, but I knew about it.
So it was a first-person shooter game in the vein of like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and stuff. Came out in the year 2000, and essentially you play a variety of different characters over 100-year time span. But then the characters kind of will interact with each other. So you'll be playing, like one person will jump over, like you'll be playing a part and you see someone jump over the top of you. And then later on in the game, you realize that's you jumping over the top of your character and stuff like that. And it was really, really good fun game, it was a trilogy of them. So there were a couple of them. And they were just really, really good fun. So you had Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters A Future Perfect in 2005. And they were just good fun games, and it had really thought out storylines with that whole intersecting and with timelines and stuff like that.
Couldn't tell you which one I did play, but I just remember having a lot of fun with it, that's for sure. Next one for me, Sims.
The only Sims game is SimCity 2000.
It's like I remember getting on to whichever one it was and just playing a lot of it and then realizing what time it was from when I had started and thinking I should not have been playing this for that long. I got nothing from it. I just remember playing it a lot during my teens.
See, I never really played The Sims. I was SimCity. Yeah. I was all about SimCity.
SimCity 2000. Yeah, it was on the school computers and we just played it.
Yeah,
maybe it was
the
SimCity.
Goal. Well, The Sims is the people in the house.
No, it was The Sims.
And SimCity is like a city, like roller coaster tycoon and all that kind of stuff, that stuff. Yep. And essentially, you build in. I remember, like you build it to a certain point, and then aliens would come and start destroying the city, or like I think it was a kaiju as well that would come destroy.
Or you could just do that yourself. You just build it to a point, like, all right, I'm done with this thing now, and
that was just the goal of our game, was just to like. How many people can we murderize?
Someone will walk away from the computer and someone will just get on and like spawn monster.
Yeah.
And they come back and just their world is
no,
destroyed.
your city's been hit by a typhoon while you went to the toilet. Oh, there's hurricanes. Oh, so many people are dead. Oh, no.
I looked at watched someone play The Sims, was like, nah.
I could never get into The Sims.
It's too slow. It's too boring. I need something.
Thankfully, I got over it as quick as I got into it. One of those ones where it got me. I was hooked. But having the cheat codes, you sort of do everything that you need to with the cheat codes, and you're kind of like, well, I've done it all now. It can go.
My friend Laura, like, she just plays hours and hours this game. So like the new edition comes out, and she's like, I must get it and play it. And I'm like, nah.
No thanks.
Nah. My next one is probably a staple. I'm just going to say the franchise, really, because I've played all editions, but Crash Bandicoot. From Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3 to Crash Team Racing, it was phenomenal.
So fun little bit of news for Bandicoot.
There's a Netflix TV
Netflix, all they've announced, it's a animated series. It'll be a 3D animated series.
I'll just get rid of that screenshot as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. Like obviously it was, what would be the term? It was a cross between the like Mario running across things at point to then just running at you for some level.
So it was a path. It was a path game, so it followed a specific path, and essentially it was just like it was more a
puzzle of when to jump.
You just had to jump and kind of get everything.
But I liked again the progression between each one, like bringing the time, like you replaying the levels for the time aspect and getting the gems and things along the way. And Crash Team Racing was just another fun driving game, which
that was
a bit more sort of like grunge to it than like Mario Kart.
That was one of the things of that game, though, trying to get like that replayability. Like it doesn't seem like it'd be that much of a replayability game, but the amount of things that were down little hidden paths and stuff like that you had to try and get to finish all the games at 100%.
To finish at 100% was the thing, and then CTR obviously always gets a little moment in the sun when we go to the movies and we see the ability to rent the movie cinema to play the consoles there.
That's right. Yeah,
it's always
the racing
CTR
one.
they're playing.
All right, my next one is more the series, but it was more Halo 2.
Yep.
I think
Really.
Halo 2 is everyone's favorite.
Halo 3 is my favorite, but that was more towards the end of my. I wouldn't have been a teen when Halo 3 came out. So it would be more Halo 2, but more. The story was phenomenal and all that kind of stuff, but the multiplayer, online multiplayer, man, fuck, we set some hours into this game. And like I had, at one point, I was living by myself in this rat shit house that my parents owned, and it was like just a bungalow. Like,
Thanks, Mum.
It was fucking atrocious. So we used to, every Wednesday night, we would have Halo night, and everyone would come around. We get the four screens up, and we go online, play multiplayer.
LAN party.
And at this point, you didn't have to do LAN, but we play that, and then it would always be like whoever won, they'd get to put their win on the wall, and like so our wall's just a permanent marker of win counts for Halo. And like we used to play when we're playing 4-player, not online, it would be shotguns and plasma grenades. That's it.
Backtrack quickly. So there was nothing wrong with the bungalow. You just drew all over the fucking walls.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It was lovely before it moved in.
But it was shotguns and plasma grenades. So the whole like game is essentially you just run and you have to try and run and get as close to the opponent as possible, and then go bang, shotgun.
That's pretty
or like
cool.
run, like just try and stick them with a grenade and die. And like the kill counts were astronomical, but it was so much fun.
So that was a lot of fun.
And Blood Gulch, always Blood Gulch.
Preferred.
the only map.
So Halo is in my list as well.
Yeah.
And again, just more like the series, but Halo 3 was towards the end of my teens. Loved it, but I mean the whole series. Just
See, I'd never owned an Xbox, so I only got to play it when I went to friend's house.
I
and
had
it was
specifically bought an Xbox just to get Halo.
I played it at my friend's house, or when we had laser tag there at Wall's End when they had the Xbox. Set, I played there as well.
Yeah,
So.
But yeah, seeing as you jumped in with Halo, I'll jump in with my next one, which is Gears of War.
I thought, if we were ranking this, I think this would be pretty high on your list.
This is very high. It's probably between the Batman series of games and Gears of War. I think Gears of War, what got me into sort of like, I'd say that modern third person or first person shooter type games. Like this Gears of War is what got me into it, and I fucking love the story that they get through this game. I got an Xbox 360 to play this game.
Yeah,
because it was only on Xbox.
It was
Yeah,
Xbox
only on
exclusive.
Xbox.
So this one came out past my teens.
Yeah.
So it came out in 2006.
Yep.
See, I keep getting
It was one of the first
with
major games that
Yes.
Epic did.
Yep. And fucking incredible. You've got the multiplayer element to it, which was awesome fun. And this was one of the ones that was like, it was a super gory
probably
combat.
got one of the most iconic weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
too.
I mean, the chainsaw lancer is incredible, but what you just said about the running around with the grenades and the shotguns, like you could set up your maps so that only particular guns would spawn, so that you could pick up. So you used to have a shotgun game where you would run around and do those types of
things. You could do that in GoldenEye.
It had the awesome mechanic of the hiding behind the wall and like over the top like thing and hiding around the corner, shooting around the corner and stuff. It was like around the same era as Max Payne and stuff.
Yeah, but what you get to with these shotguns is rather than just getting the kill, they would literally explode if you got a one shot. It was super gory. I'm surprised it got. I think it only had an MA rating at the time, which was surprising. I think it would be close to an R rating now. If you haven't played this game, you are living under a rock. Go get it. Play the shit out of this game. They're up to game number 5. They're with a couple of... Sorry, that's in the main sort of story. They do have a couple of other ones which are like prequels and whatnot. They have a new game coming out. I thought it was coming out this year, but it might be next year.
So you got Gears of War Reloaded.
Yep, so you got one.
Gears of War Judgment.
Yep.
Gears Pop and Gears Tactic.
Yeah, so the Pop and Tactics, I don't know what they are. But yeah, Judgment was a game. But yeah, there's also... was it Judgment or Judgment Day? Either way, the next game that's coming out, my understanding is that it's around Judgment Day or Emergence Day, where they come out of the ground.
Yeah, so you got Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Gears of War 4, Gears Pop, Gears 5, Gears Tactics,
Yep.
Gears of War Reloaded, and Gears of War E-Day.
E-Day, that's
which
the one.
comes out next year.
Yeah, next year. Cool. So yeah, E-Day. That's the next one that comes out. It's going to be awesome. I just can't wait for 6 to see the continuation of the story. But in any case, it's an amazing franchise. Get on board.
Yeah, see, I never really got into many first-person shooters. Like I played Ratchet and Clank was probably the most shooty game I sort of played. Dabbled in like CS:GO and Battlefield at Battlegrounds, the LAN party with my mates to play there, but never really got into it too much.
Sure.
And then another sort of genre, I never really got into racing games outside of like Mario Kart and those sort of things, but the one I did get into was Need for Speed Underground.
Oh,
Both 1 and 2 were fantastic. 1 was one I'd probably take more hours into, but 2 was definitely pretty cool with the...
working to get that fucking turbo for your car, mate. Oh, God.
See, the first time I played it, I got like super attached to the MX-5 I started with, so I just had that the whole way through. I didn't change cars, but
Need for Speed Underground 2 was probably my one I smashed
I
the
think
most.
it was probably better, but I
Yeah.
just spent more hours because I had Underground 1 for a longer period of time. So, but yeah, it was great being able to customize your car and do all that sort of stuff. It was
came
really cool.
out 2003, and it was the 7th installment in the Need for Speed series, following Hot Pursuit 2.
So I had Hot Pursuit 2, but that was more of just a generic racing game, really. Where this one you had
Had your storylines where you had to do your jobs.
storyline and then the customizing your cars.
It was kind of like they took Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and then melded a little bit of GTA into it.
and then Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Well, Fast and Furious didn't exist at that point.
I think Fast and Furious was around this time.
2003 maybe, but it's
But it was the start of
if anything,
Street Racer.
Fast and Furious copied up.
But
Need for Speed
either way,
Underground.
it was sort of the start of that sort of street racer sort of being street racing being brought into like pop culture and things at the time.
The movie wasn't horrible either. It
I
wasn't great,
liked
but it wasn't
the
horrible.
movie. I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have really much to do with the game, but I did enjoy it a fair bit.
Other than the fact it had cars.
Huh?
Other than the fact it had cars
It had cars.
in it, the movie.
Oh yeah. That was about the only thing that matched. My next game was a massive surprise when I got this game. So this is Blood Rain. So I'd never heard of this game before, and this is when I just got a GameCube, and I was looking for games for it, and I got the GameCube pretty much right at the start when the GameCube came out, so there weren't many games for it.
Sure.
And this one was sitting there, and I looked at the front cover, and it had a red-headed chick in leather with big fucking swords on both arms and
Yep.
vampire teeth, and I went, that looks like it could be interesting.
Looking at the picture, I'm surprised it wasn't 2 other assets that.
So I grabbed the game. So it is a hack and slash game. So you essentially third person run around slashing the shit out of Nazis.
Sure. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came out in 2002. In 1933, while searching for her vampire father, Danthea Rain is recruited by the Brimstone Society, a secret society that monitors supernatural threats. For her first mission, Rain is deployed in the town of Morton, Louisiana, to investigate reports of a plague transforming local residents into zombie-like mutants. And then eventually, I'm not sure if this one went. No, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played, but I know one of them you fight Nazis.
Yeah, right.
But it's all like through time, different time periods and stuff like that, through her sort of life and history and stuff. And it was really good fun very bloodthirsty.
Just hearing what you're saying there, if it hasn't been done already, link up Blood Rain with Wolfenstein.
It's pretty close. Yeah. And so essentially, like the blades were like police batons. But imagine a police baton with like the little handle that you hold, but full blades.
Yeah, that's it.
And essentially, like her attacks, like she'd just spin around and like flick the blades around and stuff. And from memory, she had blades on her feet as well.
Yeah, okay.
So she's flinging around and she do like big multi attacks, and you
She was
see
old,
like
old love from
heads and
Gentleman.
heads from zombies and shit just bouncing around and stuff. It was so much fun. It was really, really, really enjoyable. And there are multiple. So your Blood Rain 2. Blood Rain Betrayal, and there was meant to be a fourth one, but that got cancelled. Now, there are also movies for these.
Oh, yeah.
The movies.
Don't?
Direct-to-video movies.
Okay.
You have the Christina Loken was played Rain in the first one, who is she was the the Terminator in Terminator 3, the female Terminator. That's probably her biggest role that I know of. Maybe she might have been in one of the species. Maybe had Ben Kingsley as well as the big bad in it. And then there were a couple. It was directed by Uwe Boll. And for those of you who have ever watched old video game movies from the 90s and noughties, that name will sound familiar because he pretty much somehow managed to get all the video game titles to make movies of. He did House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, lots of direct-to-DVD, fucking horrible movies. They were so bad. And so, yeah, that one wasn't fantastic. And I believe there was another, so there's Blood Rain 2 Deliverance, Blood Rain the Third Reich, and apparently there is a parody film called Blubberella. And there's a comic book as well, which was pretty cool.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so it's a really, really good fun game. Highly recommend it. If you want to kill some people with big swords that fly around and drink their blood and stuff, because you jumped on their back and sucked their blood to regain your health and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
My next game will have some big swords and killing people. Won't have the blood.
Excellent.
Well, my next one, I'm staying in the vein of sort of popular games of the time, at least, or some of the bigger games that were there. I spent a lot of time playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And it was probably the first game where I tried to take the multiplayer seriously. In that I was trying...
There's your first problem.
Well, yeah, in that I was having fun with it. I was trying to sort of maintain rank it up, maintain your kill to death ratio, go into some of the pieces which were, I don't know, like they were the ranked sessions that you would have so that they were harder to sort of do better and all that sort of stuff.
And that's also, back then, multiplayer was nothing like multiplayer now. It was enjoyable. Very rarely did you get ridiculously toxic people screaming at each other and stuff like that and saying racial slurs and blah, blah, blah. It was good fun. People, like the worst jokes you got were like, your mum's calling you, she's fat.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's about the worst you got.
And it was usually someone that you knew saying that to you. But no, I mean, I spent a lot of time through my mid to late teens playing this. A lot of fun.
I think my favorite thing about online back then was like if you'd be playing, and because obviously our time zones are different to America's time zone, so a lot of our game would be played against either us or like Asian countries close to us, like oceanic countries. And every now and then you get an American that's up all night playing and jump on and they'd be like, "You guys from Australia? What's going on down in Australia?" You'd be having you'd be playing, but just having a full conversation, like 8 people listening to you having conversations with this American person and stuff. Yeah. And I'm sorry to Americans, that was a horrible accent.
Oh, they had fun that you tried. Yeah. Not much more to say. Everyone knows the game, the franchise. They got 400,000.
Yeah, the biggest problem with
some of the campaigns were definitely fun as they brought out more releases, but they just got shorter and shorter. They focused on the multiplayer. So
I think, as I said, COD, I think is definitely a game that will be around for a long time just because of popularity. But the biggest problem is it's just a massive game to download on your computer. It's like gigabytes for the game.
Well, when I got it, it was around the time where you still you didn't have to do.
You got the disc,
you got the disc.
There's only 3 Modern Warfares.
No, but there's a bunch of Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought there was more Modern Warfare.
The most recent one, which
Black
came
Ops
out
2 or something, was another big one.
Well, they brought out a Modern Warfare last year or the year before, which was a rehash.
2023,
I think. Yeah, rehash of number 3 because number 3 came out in like mid 2010s or whatever. Mid 2000s, sorry, mid to late 2000s.
So my game that AJ just kicked back into my head because I can't believe I forgot it from the hack and slash was The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. This is by far still a game that holds up today if you go and play it. Two Towers was okay, but Return of the King was just by far superior. You could rotate between the main cast characters, which was pretty cool. Choose the character for the situation that you wanted to, but it was great just running around. And again, you had a co-op mode, so you and your mate could run around and play as a character each, running around and doing what you need to, which was cool. But then there was also a spin-off of it, which was called Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, which was more a good game. More like a Final Fantasy 7 style game where you'd have your party. And effectively the storyline, this was like Gandalf's backup fellowship. So in case Aragorn and that fell through, you had another group of
Gandalf just wasn't confident, was he?
No, he had plans. He had backup. He had
the Final Fantasy games, man, like 5 disc, 6 disc games.
Yeah, well, this one wasn't though, which was good.
That was wild.
Yeah. But yeah, so Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Lord of the Rings Third Age, I sank many, many hours. Third Age was cool because you still got to do a lot of the iconic moments, like you still fought the Balrog, because Gandalf actually didn't fall down when the Fellowship left. The second party came along and helped Gandalf fight the Balrog and things like that. So yeah, and you got an elf character, you got all the varieties and stuff. So it was really cool. But yeah, Lord of the Rings was probably my favorite of the hacking slashing sort of games back in the time.
Sure.
The 22nd Call of Duty comes out next year, which is Black Ops 7.
There you go.
Fucking 7.
All right, my next one is...
What number are we up to, by the way?
I think I've got 2 left, or 1 left.
I've got 2 left.
Yeah.
One of them I'll rapid fire, and the other one we'll just do.
So this one is Dynasty Warriors Gundam. So I loved me Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors is a fantastic game where it's just hordes of motherfuckers coming at you and you just belt the fuck out of people.
Oh, yeah.
It was fantastic. That's all it was. It was fantastic, which is what, not roguelites. There's a game like name for it now, and they're mostly 2D now with like lots of hordes of enemies. You just got to survive.
Well, they're things that they bring into your Call of Duties, your Gears of War.
So,
there are concepts of those
These
within those games.
Dynasty Warriors essentially was Chinese mythology, I believe, and it was just a shit ton of enemies, and you just sit there with a sword, just doing massive moves and just wiping people out left, right, and center because you're like the big hero. And they released a Gundam version of it. And it followed the storyline of the Gundam series, I think, from memory, but you had multiple Gundams from different series and stuff like that. And it was just, it was so good having you just be in the Gundam just belting the shit out of multiple mobs.
To be fair, this game would have to be absolutely garbage for you not to have enjoyed it.
And they made 3 of them, which was even better. And they were just... chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It was just pure, unadulterated fun. You just sit there like you didn't have to think hard. You just button bash the shit out of it and just belted the fuck out of hordes upon hordes upon hordes of enemies. Yeah, right. And it was just so much fun. And I have recently downloaded them and put them all on my Xbox One. And
not your Steam Deck.
No, because I didn't have my Steam Deck when I did this, and they're just fantastic. But you can't get the games, and I've tried and they're all on eBay. They're really expensive.
What console was it
on? So I believe they were on PS3, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 2.
Cool.
So yeah, they were really fun. There was 1, 2, and 3 they did, and that was great. Really, really enjoyable. Dynasty Warriors on its own is really, really good fun, but just the fact that they'd slapped Gundam on it just made me instantly go.
That's it. The fact it's got Gundam in it, it would have to be a horrible game for you not to have enjoyed it.
But see, even then, this was back before I was really heavily into Gundam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this was back when I kind of I'd heard of Gundam. I think Gundam Wing may have come out on Cartoon Network on Toonami block. And I think I might have started watching it maybe a couple of years before this, so I wasn't really super heavy into it. I hadn't even watched the original Gundam yet. I knew of it. It was fantastic. You couldn't really get anything in Australia Gundam-wise. Sure. And it was just, it was so good. But now I'm a gigantic Gundam fucking nerd, and I love that shit. And it's a shame that I don't have these in my collection because I have pretty much most Gundam games that have been released in Japan. I've got most of those from when I was over there last, and there's just a few things that I'm missing.
Oh, you'll have to get them on the next trip.
Yep.
Was that your last one?
I've got one more.
I think I've got 3 left.
Okay. Oh, no, I've got 2 more.
Yeah, so that's right there.
Yeah,
so
one of mine was a double up. Anywho, this one will be nice and quick, but Guitar Hero.
I've got 2 more now.
Yeah, just Guitar Hero. I mean, it was simple, fun, just getting the electronic bloody guitar as you go through, and you've got 5 buttons with the...
I'd say we could stream this, but you instantly would be like, they'd be like, no, you can't play that music.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be streaming it with no sound.
Yeah,
exactly. Incredible game, so much fun. They did 1, 2, and then when I think they did 3, it was when they brought out the band.
So there was Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 3, 2, 3, Guitar. There was Rock Band.
3 is called Legends of Rock.
Legends of Rock.
Rock Band was a different game.
No, so there's Rock Band 1, 2, and 3, and then there was Band Hero, which was more pop songs.
Sure.
And there was Guitar Hero 4, I think, from memory.
Yeah, that's when they changed the guitar.
And then there was SingStar.
That's Guitar Hero 4.
The only musical one I had.
Guitar Hero 4 is when they brought in the whole band. So you had the microphone. You bought the kit with the drums and the microphone and the guitar. And God, that's when we smashed the shit out of it. But yeah, the original Guitar Hero was just... So good.
It was horrible.
Yeah, incredible fun. I was good. I had mates who were really fucking good.
Yeah, my mate Bushy was
Super fun.
amazing. I still struggle with the fifth button.
Yeah, I'm good with the fifth.
So I'm a 4-button basher. So I very, very rarely do I go to expert.
No, I was running not the expert. There's one above the. Did it go to legendary or was it
No,
just
so
expert?
there was 4 levels.
4 levels.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I used to run
I think one
expert
of
with
the
most
spin-offs, like the other ones, have a legendary mode.
Maybe.
Not
I think
Guitar
Rock
Hero,
Band.
like- yeah.
Rock Band also had like Rock Band AC/DC, Rockstand Beatles, not Van Halen, fucking.
whatever.
Yeah.
But what Rock Band did as well is that they were the first of them to, hey, we've released more songs.
Yep,
You can
you
download these
them.
songs and sort of expand that way rather than waiting for a new version.
So,
but yeah,
fun fact for those people at home: if you are nostalgic like us and miss Guitar Hero, you can go online and download them all. There's an app called Clone Hero, which you install on your computer, and then you literally find the websites that have the tracks, and you can download pretty much every single thing that was ever released for Rock Band, Guitar Hero. I'm talking about the games online, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a metric fuck ton of fan-made ones. And you can, I think I've got nearly 3,000 tracks on Clone Hero. And it gets to the point where you're like, you spend 10 minutes trying to find a song. And then if you've got a 3D printer, you can 3D print a guitar. I've got a 3D printed guitar, and it's wonderful.
Amazon Prime, if you don't, they'll have it. All right, so my next one is a bit out there, but I had a lot of fun. It was called Medieval.
I think I
it's
know
the one
this.
where the skeleton
You were
dude?
skeleton, so you were Sir Daniel Fortescue brought back to life, and you had to walk around and they leveled up through weapons and things. So, but you started with like the club, and then you got a sword and a hammer and things like that, and walked around, and yeah, it was just sort of a open world.
I did play this one a fair bit.
Yeah, it's been remade a couple of times and digitally remastered and sequels and things throughout the years. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It was just cool. I think the fact that you were a skeleton was also quite the draw to come and play as. But yeah, it was lots of fun.
Came out in 98, action adventure game
I think
developed
I
by
played
Sony.
a bit more.
and-
But as I said, I would have played this in probably 2002 when I got my PS1. And then Medieval 2 was interesting, but I think I preferred the original.
Yeah, right.
So they've got the Medieval series. So you had Medieval 2, Medieval Resurrection, and there's a remake that came out in 2019 for the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Good games. Good games. Okay, so I have a fantastic game. So this one came out more before my teen years, but I didn't really play it until my teen years, and I smashed the shit out of it. And that's Micro Machines V3. So this was a racing game, kind of a top-down racing game. It was on the PS1. But you raced as Micro Machines, so you were racing around the kitchen table or like all different places around the house and stuff, and you had to go over rulers and stuff like that. And it was so much fun because the controls were like so like drifty and stuff. And it was just really good.
I think they reskinned it Hot Wheels at a point in time, or Hot Wheels might.
No, Hot Wheels had its own game.
Its own.
Yeah, this was
but there was
very
a Hot
different
Wheels
game.
version very similar to that where you would race around like the house and stuff like that. So,
But it was awesome. It was so much fun. Really, really good. Came out in '97 on the PS1. It was the first set. It was the first Micro Machines game set in 3D.
Yeah, nice.
And it also came out on the 64. It was called Micro Machines 64 Turbo in 1999, and the 2D version came out on the Game Boy in 2000.
Cool. Alrighty, my last one is a game called Fear. Now, this was one of the first games that
I have this
got
on my computer.
Yeah, this was one of the first games that I got on 360. I think they now have three, Fear 1, 2, and 3. Fear stands for First Encounter Assault Recon. Now, the first one came out in 2005. It is a first-person shooter psychological horror video game. And fuck me, it lives up to that. It's I don't know if this is like how legitimate the voting and whatnot was, but apparently this has been listed as one of the scariest video games to be released. It is fucking out there because I just seen that cover that people at home who are watching can see the cover. If you can't see it,
So essentially,
Go and
it's
Google
the
it.
Ringu girl.
and yeah, basically, and just the way that it puts you into that first person scenario, and the way that it does eerie things and like spot drops and things off in the distance, in the shadows, and then they throw jump scares in with you, as well as just building that suspense the whole fucking time. It was an incredible game. It was creepy as fuck. The story was so good, and if you want a scary and horror game out on the console where you are on edge the whole time, if you like horror movies and like video games, you will fucking love this game. It was incredible to play through. I had nightmares. It was so much fun. It was the first horror game that I played, and yeah, seeing a couple of clips of like on social media of people playing through different first person like horror games and whatnot, it reminded me of this and really got me back into wanting to play through something like this again.
So there were there were Fear and Fear 2, but there was also like expansions for it. So there was like Extraction Point, Perseus Mandate, Fear Files, and then one that collected them all.
Sure. But yeah, get on board, have a play through of that. It's super fun.
All right, what do you got, Zach?
So this is the only fighting game that I really only played a lot of. It was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I butchered that word, I know. But yeah, it was great. It followed the Dragon Ball Z sort of storyline throughout. But yeah, you got to level up your characters with different abilities and things.
It's a good game.
But yeah, it was just really a straight up fighting game just with Dragon Ball Z characters in it, but it was cool.
Yeah, was this a fighting one or the one where you play as the character and you sort of fly around the island and get to a point and then it does a thing and you fight, and then you fly around the island and get to a point and fight?
That might have been 3. 2, that was the cover for 2.
Oh, no, yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically just, it's you go around basically just fighting people. There's a bit of story, so there's a storyline, but yeah. I
prefer the Game Boy Dragon Ball Z games. They were phenomenal. They were like, so I didn't
even think to include Game Boy games.
Pokemon. So the way Pokemon looks, think that, but you're Goku running around punching and shooting things.
I don't think I've ever seen them on the Game Boy, to be honest. 3 of them, and essentially they follow the entire Dragon Ball Z saga from the Raditz saga all the way through to the Boo saga. Yeah, okay. This one I'm pretty sure 2, goes up to the Boo saga as well. 3 then I think starts to go past that into some other things as well. But yeah, it was great. It was a bit of a button masher, but yeah, you got to level up your character. Obviously, you could choose like 3 or 4 moves to be your character's super moves for each fight, and you would change them and do different bits and pieces. But yeah, it was really cool.
Awesome. Okay, well, that is...
I've got one more.
You got one more? All right, quickly.
Last one, it was Fire Emblem, in particular, the Burning Blade. So just one of those strategy tactics games. Yeah, thoroughly loved it, enjoyed it. And yeah, it's spawned my love of tactic games since.
Fair enough. And there's a fantastic little game we played called Canvas City at PAX, which was enjoyable, very much along those lines, but on rollerblades.
Do you have any honourable mentions just to throw out there? I know I've got a fan favourite one that I've never really dabbled in, but was Kingdom Hearts.
I loved Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that was fantastic.
It was a game I think I would have thoroughly enjoyed. I just never got it, so I never played it.
It's really, really enjoyable game. It was really cool how they mixed Disney with the Final Fantasy characters and stuff, and it was just a good fun game. Pretty cool storyline. And you have like your fight like your shadow version and stuff like that, and you upgrade your heart, your keys and stuff, your swords and stuff.
And I obviously because we've touched it before, I've left off Ocarina of Time, which is a game I played well throughout my teenage years.
See, I was never a massive Zelda fan. I never really played Zelda games.
Ocarina of Time was just fantastic. I would like to, as we start streaming and I start playing some more of the nostalgic games, Majora's Mask's game I'd actually like to play through and finish. I've never finished it.
Wind Waker was the first one I really played.
That was the first
GameCube.
Oh, GameCube.
Yeah, that was the one that looked all boxy. It was that really artistic-y, boxy, cel-shaded style. And you got on the boat and you had to...
Yeah, no, I was thinking of Twilight Princess on the Wii. I thought that's when you were going to go down.
Nah.
The only one I actually really played was Legend of Zelda back on the old Game Boy.
Oh, yep.
Never really played much else.
Yeah, I played a couple of the Seasons and Ages when it was like two different games, but they sort of mirrored each other, but had the different... One was like smaller time travel, the other one was seasons based, so it was cool.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed us talking about all our nostalgia-filled days of being teenagers sitting around playing games. If you would like to talk about those games, don't forget we have a Discord you can head to, and you can chat to us about all those fun games. You can chat with each other about all the fun games.
We'll put our lists up. We'll put them up individually, and then you can comment on which ones you like, which ones we left off and didn't talk about, which you enjoyed as well.
There's probably many, because as you were talking, I was like redoing my list midway.
And don't forget, Giveaway is nearly over, guys. As we said, there's a lot of value here for you collectors and game players. So head to the Instagram and make sure you do all the instructions that are listed there.
So it will be announced next Friday.
Bingo.
There you go. So go in and get into this shit, please. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to YouTube, subscribe for us to help us out greatly.
We have we've got a lot of things in the pipeline coming soon. So it's now is the great time to hop on the Frantic Nerdcast train and be with us as we unveil and release a lot of cool things coming forward.
There may be a teaser in this episode for something that's coming up yet. We're not 100% sure if you've picked it up or not, but you may have picked it up, and then you can see what will be coming out in the future at some point.
And if you're listening only, you may want to go check out the visual to see what that might be.
Yes. So yeah, Discord, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. If you are listening to this on day of release, we will be live streaming at 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time on our Twitch channel. That's Frantic Nerdcast at Twitch.
We will put links up on the socials as well for that.
And it will be with Alana from Girls Don't D&D?
Girls Who Don't D&D.
Girls, I always forget the who every single time. So that'll be pretty cool. And if you missed that, we'll be putting it up on YouTube at some point as well. Anything else, guys, before we head off?
No, just check out the League of Legends World Championships. It's currently happening, quarterfinals right now. So we'll talk about it in more detail as we get to the final. But yeah,
League of
go
Legends.
check it out. Go check out Riftbound. Subscribe.
All
Stay
right.
frantic.
Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Hey, guys. Thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.